Ramadan, month of the Quran. I feel it inside of me, strengthening my iman. But how I wish.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Peace and blessings be upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Dear brothers, dear sisters, I salute you all with salutation of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace, mercy and blessings be upon you all. Continuing on the topic of the winning investment, and our third episode, we would like to continue and identify which areas should we as human beings invest in. We talked about investing in ourselves, we talked about investing in other people, and those are all to do with relationships. And in today's topic, we are going to talk about a very special relationship and one very important investment that we need to make. And that is a relationship between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a relationship between us humans and the Almighty, the Creator, the Sustainer, the All-Forgiving. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked us to have one main attribute that would govern the relationship with Him. If we have this one attribute, then this attribute is the one that will qualify us to enter into paradise. This one quality that will enable us to enter into paradise. And hence, investing in this one quality is a winning investment, because the return on investment is much higher than what we actually would put in. And this is the equation of any winning investment, is that you put in very little, but the returns are very high. So what is this attribute? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, throughout His verses in the Quran, when He speaks to us, to humanity, He asks us to be or to have the quality of taqwa. Taqwa is an Arabic term that has no other translation in any other language. It is a collective term that encompasses many meanings. One of the most important meanings is consciousness of the Almighty, consciousness of Allah in our lives, to be conscious of His majestic presence in your life, to be dedicated to pleasing Him and not to do anything or say anything that would displease the Almighty. Taqwa is about fearing His punishment and about loving and loving His rewards and working towards gaining His rewards. And this is what Imam Ali karamallahu wajha has defined taqwa. He said, "At-taqwa wal khawfu min al-jalil," fearing the Almighty. Al-amalu bit-tanzil, work and dedicate yourself to implement the Quran, to live the Quran. Dedicate your life towards understanding the Quran, the Holy Quran, and attaining taqwa by fulfilling your duties as a Muslim, by being an obedient individual, loving the Quran, memorizing the Quran, reading the Quran, but most importantly, understanding it and implementing it. So, al-khawfu min al-jalil, wal-amalu bit-tanzil, wal-rida bil-qalil. Taqwa also encompasses this meaning, which means that you need to be content and to be satisfied with very little, and not to run behind this earthly world and seeking its all what it has in terms of wealth and beauty. Take what is enough for you and be happy with very little, and do not run behind this earth and this world, and seek the hereafter. And here comes the fourth attribute, which Imam Ali said, الرضا بالقليل والاستعداد ليوم الرحيل. To be prepared for the day when you depart from this world to the other world. from the day from today, you need to prepare yourself for the day when you leave this world. This is taqwa. Taqwa is the source of happiness. When we see a sad person or a depressed person, that depression is because either of something so sad that happened in their lives that they were not able to handle it, or they are so sad of something that might happen in the future. They are worried about the future, and they become so sad that it governs everything in their lives. The sadness and the sad emotion covers everything in their lives, and it turns into depression. But with taqwa, when you believe in a strong relationship with the Almighty, and you rely on the Almighty, and you put everything in the Almighty's hand, that you do what you have to do in this life, but the consequences, whatever comes, I'll be content and I'll be happy. You eliminate the worry of the future. Now, what about the worry of the past? Again, whatever happens in this life, be strong that nothing that would happen to you can be undone in any way or form. It was meant to happen, and hence be thankful to the Almighty. Be thankful that it did happen to you, and be thankful that it might be a lesson for you. Be thankful that whatever happened and made you sad, it is something that you could use to grow as a human being. So taqwa is maintaining a very strong bond with the Almighty. And from His might, you actually take your own strength. And from His power, you actually take your own power to defeat sadness and to defeat depression and to be happy and content in your life. This is a winning investment. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. O you who have believed, have taqwa, have consciousness in Allah, and do not die unless you have become true Muslims. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.